Hi everyone, welcome back to Mr. Free Hugs. I'm Chris, and I'm going to share with you guys this beautiful 2019 holiday Barbie. So this year is the 60th anniversary of Barbie, so I'm really excited to share with you guys this doll, and I'm going to keep this review as positive as possible. This doll is intended for children, so I'm not going to nitpick and really dissect this doll, but I am going to give an adult review of this doll, and I'm going to share with you guys how I unbox my dolls and carefully detach them from their box so that I can customize them and reattach them into their box. This year we have a classic paperboard box. From the top you can see that there is a little bit of an arch so that it can receive more light, and the paperboard that they've designed this year is really beautiful. It's a very smooth, glossy finish, so it's not very sturdy. You have to be very gentle when you're storing and moving the box around. But here's the graphic design. They've returned to a classic type of look where they have the promotional photo and a little bit of an excerpt right here. And here we can see the other ethnicities. And if anybody's curious, this doll is made in Indonesia. And this year they have this little weird tab at the bottom, so you need to kind of be careful not to bump around this box. Here's the font that they've used for this year. Has a very classic 1940s look. So here's the doll out of the outer packaging. And I have opened the box before just to kind of clean up all the glitter that was on her train, and I found some very pleasant surprises when I opened it for the first time, because this year they've actually used really good quality fabric. In the back of the box is some graphic design of a Christmas tree and windows in a corner of a room. But here she is out of the packaging. You can see all of the glitter on her gown. Really sparkles. It's just kind of placed in between these two areas right here. So first things first, I want to remove these two plastic tabs or cables, and I'm going to do that very gently because I don't want to leave any holes in the dress. Okay, so now I've released those little plastic tabs and we can see the inside of the dress. We have the exact same shoe as last year, and as I'm looking in the back, you can see there's a little plastic tab right there, and there's also one right there, and here is the plastic tabs from the back, right there and right there. Back, and we can see the stand is plastic cabled into the back, just like last year's and 2017 also. So those just cut right off. And then this one is holding her right arm, and just gonna leave that. And this one too, just fold it out. I know this is kind of hard for me to show you guys because I don't have a proper camera. So I apologize for the blurry picture also, but I really just wanted to get this review out and show you guys. Okay. And now the other side. Just push it in to the little slit, and it's really throw away this plastic because it's only holding in her head, and we don't really need that now that the doll is at home. They do that for when they're like shipping their dolls out, and it's also to keep this head from moving around. Okay, so whenever we're dealing with like these rubbery tabs, all you need to do is look at the arrow right here, and you twist it so that it's like parallel to the little slit, and then push it out. So I'm going to try to do that on camera so you can see. Oh, okay, so it's out now. And I'm gonna cut these plastic tabs here later on, just so it makes it easier to slide these back into the cutout paperboard. You don't really need this corner tab right here. I'm trying to do this on camera for you guys so you can see. Okay, so just push it in carefully, and now. Okay, so they've looped it through the hole here. Okay, so I'll take the stand part later. Let's just focus on getting this part out, whatever this is holding, which is probably her feet. So fold that over. I don't know if this hole is large enough to slide her feet out. I might have to cut it, because I know there's no way just holding in at her waist is gonna keep the doll in place in the box. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back to this tab, reopen it, kind of leave it the way it was before. So I just need to take her out of this leg holder, and usually by doing that I just take off the shoes first. Let's see. It's kind of hard to do, take these shoes off because of the paperboard. So I'm going to try to open this up right here to see. Okay, now we can take off the shoes. Okay, oh okay, that's easy. Just slide her feet right out. And here, the stand here. It's kind of difficult to push this tab out. I'm going to have to like fold it over, or fold it in half. Kind of push it through this hole. Because I don't want to cut it, but it doesn't really fit through the hole either. Kind of save it so that put the stand back in the box if I'm not using it. Okay, just slide it out, and it's out. I'm going to get rid of this plastic fastener around her left hand because we don't need that to display the doll. There's just gotta twist the arrow out. Okay, well, that was easy, and I just used one hand. Okay, so just slide the other side out, the side that doesn't have the arrow head. Okay, now that part is gone. And don't throw this part away because we need this. Now, there's this piece of tape here that's holding in the thread that's for her hair. And the thread you also don't need to cut, you can just pull it out and it should come out. You don't need to cut it. There it is. When I first started taking off these tabs, I just cut off the head here as much as possible. And then what was sticking out of her head, I had to like push it into her scalp with either like a needle or something to just push it in. And then I would like blow dry her head, heat it up, take her head off, and then shake off the little tabs that are inside her head. I'll see if I can push out the tabs the way you're supposed to take it out. But if it doesn't work, then I'll just go to that other method. So I'm gonna hold on to her head right here, and with my other hand lift and pull out this plastic part very quickly. I did have to take out her earrings while I was doing it, so I don't destroy her earrings. Alright, so here she is, completely out of the box, out of all of her little plastic fastenings. It was actually really simple. Taking out her little piece at the shoulder. And luckily she didn't have any double-sided tape under her gown at the bust, because I know 2017 had some double-sided tape under her gown. The 2012 also had some double-sided tape on her breast. She had 2 pieces of tape on each side. You can see the gown. It's in a classic style. I don't know which decade, 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s kind of look. With a modern twist. You have this beautiful candy cane print on her dress, which is very similar to the HOLiDAY, the Playline version, I think 2015 or 2016, that has the candy cane print. But so this year the fabric is a lot better quality than what we've been getting recently. This part of the gown, it's a little bit different from like the 2016 version of the gown with this white taffeta, because this white taffeta is like it's very stiff, and it's the same type of material they use like in the 90s, you know. It's not as stiff, and it's a little bit sticky, I guess, from the glue, like for the glitter. But this part of the gown is really surprised me, because the fabric here, it's like real fabric. I mean, it's still like a polyester type of synthetic material. I mean, you can hear the crunchiness and the stiffness of it, but it's also really, I mean, it's very flexible. There's a lot of bend and movement to it. I really hope Suresh NY reviews this doll, because I don't know really that much about fabrics and vocabulary for fashion. But here's the back. See the train is completely separate from her gown. The candy cane print continues to the back of the dress, and you can see the different panels of fabric here. There's her train gathered up at her hips and waist, and you can see from the back it's nicely done, and from the front. And all of the seams on this dress is very nicely done. It's not sloppy at all. You can see the seam in the back is it's nice and straight. And here's her bow. It's kind of folded over from from her little sash here. The bow is not flattened or crushed. It has a lot of volume and some shape to it. I don't know what they could have done to like maybe camouflage or just bring this red fabric over to the back, because that looks it looks strange just having, it's like meeting up with this candy cane print. And then you can see there's a little dart right here to give the gown some shape and fit her body perfectly. And then here's the earrings that we've all seen before in silver. You can see they've painted on some edges. For people who don't know what that is, that's just what black people call their baby hairs. And it's nicely done. You can tell they've put some effort into trying to represent different cultures. I would have made these baby hairs a little bit more curly, just to look more natural, instead of just kind of sporadic all over the place. So there's her eye makeup. I want to say like fuchsia or hot pink in her crease. And then she has silver on her brow bone and under her eye. She has brown eyes. And then she has red, but her eyebrows are very similar to the 2017 African American birthday wishes Barbie. So they have like those little lines going through the eyebrows. And I don't think she has a part in her hair. So her hair is just rooted so that it's made to make only a ponytail. She has this elastic in her hair, which they didn't cover up with hair, so you can just see the elastic. And then she has these curls here. They're kind of, I wouldn't say they look a little bit sloppy, but it's okay. And her toenails are not painted. So it's just her fingers, not her toes. And for a skin tone comparison, I don't have that many dolls in general, but the closest skin tone match for her that I have is the 2018 graduation day African American Barbie. But here she is next to the 2017. She's a little bit lighter, but she's also a little bit darker than 2018. Alright, so we reached the end of the video. I want to keep this video short. Here are all of the holiday Barbies that I have. This one I customized so that she looked Asian. This one I just combed out her curls. And then this one I straightened her hair. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and found it very helpful. Leave me any comments or questions that you have down below, and what you guys think of the 2019 holiday Barbie. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.